forever, because that'll drive any reasonable citizen insane. And then we're going to cut the rest of it up shorter, too. So should I do another acoustic, or do you think you have it more or less?
We got it.
I think this song could be interesting if I put my magic on it.
How much of this are we doing tomorrow? Some or none?
Here, I mean. Yeah, we can do a little bit here.
Do here? Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I have to sound check at 4. So I'm going to try it on that little griffin. Just see what happens, if you all don't mind.
I like the little like stuff that Tim's playing on it. It's really cool, like during the work.
I can't even count how many shows I've seen. I've been working with the band since 1992-ish. I've never seen the same show, ever. There's always something new and fresh that happens.
Fenton Williams, I'm the lighting director for the band.
Ian Kuhn. I do the sound that the band hears on stage. I'm the monitor guy.
My name's Daryl. The band calls me G. More importantly, I'm in charge of personal security. I take care of these guys. It's my job to make sure that they go home the same way that they got here.
My name's Jeff Trump. I've been tour accountant with the band since 1995. In 1999, we came up with a plan to try and provide tickets to our fan base directly instead of having to get the tickets from the venues.
I think we're still one of the few artists that print their own tickets and handle such a large amount of fan club without using the venue's traditional ticketing system.
As our fans get in the front row, we get real excitement up front, and some of us who've seen the band 1,000 times, a little farther back where we can still enjoy.
My name's Alex. I'm the merchandiser for the band. I look after all the stuff that you see at a show, be it t-shirts and hats and that kind of thing. This is the 2009 spring tour line. There's one constant, though, and that is the white Fire Dancer shirt. It's in its 15th year. We probably sold 300,000 Fire Dancer shirts.
I came into it at such a young age. I was 18 at the time. I was really just thinking about audio. I wasn't worried about getting paid for it, and I think that really helped me get the job.
I've been here 10 years. I've known them 12, and I love every single day of it.
Somewhere right around 17 or 18 years that I've been working with them.
Summer number 14.
I've been with the band for 17 years now, and they keep getting better. Carter keeps getting stronger and faster.
I started working for the band in 1993 when they were still a little bar band, and we used to travel to shows in Dave's station wagon.
Keeping up with these guys was the big challenge. Every time you turned around, we were going from frat party to a national club act to playing arenas to stadiums. Instead of just looking and stacking the speakers and eyeballing things, we're getting blueprints of a venue and using protractors to design an audio system.
I usually hang out right behind the horns in the darkness, and when Roy was around, he rocked hard, and I would step right into the light and just pop him one time, just to let him know that's how you rock the house.
So our first band and crew photo had maybe 30 people in it, and it included the entire opening act and their crew. That was 95, and Deion Ferris was out with us. Nowadays, there's probably over 100, 110 people part of the whole thing, including the band. It's unbelievable the way it's grown.
When I started, I was kind of the core fan base. I was a college student. Those fans have grown up with the band, and now it's gotten to the point where people are coming with their kids, bringing a whole new generation into the thing.
We all have kids ourselves now. I have 3 boys myself. Dave has identical twin girls. I have identical twin boys, so chances of that on one tour are pretty slim, I would think.
You know, we've got the family at home. We come together and we have a family out here that's really tight. And the family at home is always welcome out here. And it's the band members' kids and our kids, and everybody gets together really well.
This band has touched people more than just a good time on a Friday night, and that's powerful.
We're all thanking our lucky stars to have come together to be part of this. The band probably feels exactly the same way. It's a really special thing, you know. That's why it's lasted so long, and there's no end in sight.
Oh, Lordy, B. Good hit, y'all.
God, that was ridiculous that you did. What is wrong with you? You're unbelievable. That was one of the high points of my entire life.
Because of the camaraderie, that means everything to me. Just to share feelings and to share, you know, vibes and to share great energy together again.
That's what about this band. That's a joyful band. I mean, we're a joyful band. But you know, this record, it doesn't deal with a lot of real happy stuff. The last song on the record is the one song that is really hopeful. Right. The other songs, this is a dark train ride, but it is joyful.
It's joyful. When things are right and when you got things, you know, when the communication and all that stuff is happening the way it should be, you can do anything you want. I mean, the sky's the limit.
It's coming together over the music. It's just like the ability just to laugh and not to take everything so seriously. That's made us last for 18 years.
This band's a good marriage. There's been moments of question as to if we all had it in us to keep going. You know, the music always sort of overrides any question mark we might have.
And it hit the you guys hit it tonight. Stop your foot. I think you did it. Now it's made joy. Everything was nearly falling apart. And I think we're all doing a good job honoring Roy's memory, I think. We don't have to be perfect to each other. We don't have to care about the same things, except the music. Because that says more for what we are than anything else, if we can make music together, real music together. Oh, I'll see you all out in about 3 minutes.
Sounds good. Damn!
Take them out, quick.
Hey!
Spicy chicken wings, who's down with that? I had like a mocha, or soy mocha. Can you do it, soy mocha? Is that weird?
We had them yesterday.
Oh, really? I'm gonna get spicy chicken wings. May I have a quad? Thank you. Soy mocha. God, does that sound so wet farty? That sounds like it could make a wet fart. I'm not allowed to talk to you because you're the cameraman. I just talk to the camera all the time.
Does this seem natural? Do I seem natural in your face?
Where are you?
People that are watching Fuse television.
Listen, well, welcome back to Philadelphia. I mean, you were here during the summer, now you're back for a couple more shows for Max. It's like you non-stop touring, though.
Well, we're at all quite a lot. This is a pretty long tour since April, and Tim and I go out for a little, you know, when we have time off, but the focus is the band.
Suspicion that things here are not as they seem. Oh, reassure me. Why do I feel as if I'm in too deep?
Well, I think we've made great music before. And I think that our early records, 1, 2, 3, were really, they're part of something. We started to get lost shortly after that.
But what I did, I thought needed be done.
We went to record our 4th studio record with Lily White. We never really thought about using anyone else.
The band said they wanted to do it at their own studio in Charlottesville. It's very different recording in your hometown. When you go away, you're going away to make a record. When you're recording in your hometown, you're going to work.
Instead of finding a unique place, we found sort of a big building.
It was dark and the ceilings were low and it was a beautiful summer and we were inside in this windowless cave. Everyone's relationship with each other and our relationship with Steve really didn't prosper there.
I think at that time, it just became hard on everybody.
The vibe was not very good because Dave had to dig into his soul, and what was coming out was very interesting.
Oh, how I wish this.
After about 6 months, we had to go back on the road, and we didn't really have anything to show for it.
Seeing the way this album was going, which was further into a dark place, instead of coming to me and saying, look, Steve, you know this band better than anyone else. Can we turn this to a different way? You know, can we steer it? It wasn't done. And there was a sense of, you know, something has to happen.
In the end, the way to get out of that was just to move away from the whole thing, including Lily White.
When we stopped recording in June, we were all ready to come back after their tour. But then I was told, no, I'm off. And it was like a brick to my head.
Those last sessions we did with Steve, a CD of it was leaked, called the Lily White Sessions.
The version that was leaked to Napster, I don't know who did it. There were literally only 5 CDs made, and I still have mine.
You never want anything of yours that you didn't want to be released to be released.
And subsequently, when it was leaked, a lot of people really liked it. I felt embarrassed because I hadn't finished it.
At that stage, we were done with each other in a way, and rightly or wrongly, Lily White received a lot of the wrath because we didn't aim it all at each other.
Times did become hard, and there were times, to be honest, when Dave was ready to throw in the towel. I said, look, being in a band, you know, and having a band is the thing that you'll be remembered for. I took them on a journey. We had this great journey. I mean, we ended up crashing, but there you go.
When the world ends, collect your things, you're coming with me. When the world ends.
As far as moving on and moving ahead, I think that after 6 months, I was open to anything.
We left that unfinished, and it was leaked, but we'd already planned to go and try an album with someone new, so we went and worked with Glenn Ballard.
The idea was that Dave was going to come out and write 3 songs with me, and quite honestly, something else happened. We wrote 12 songs. We wrote 12 songs in 10 days. So we sat here and played the demos of the 12 songs for the band in this room, and the guy said, my God, that's amazing.
When the world ends, when the world ends.
I just wanted to be part of the band, first of all, and maybe the music director for 5 minutes. I think they were just like, can somebody else be like the coach for a second? So that was enter Glenn Ballard.
There was a decision to bring in Glenn Ballard, who was mostly a pop producer, which is different from us. In this case, you know, it was pretty much everything was written and laid out for us before we got to the studio, you know, which was really different, to just sort of play parts that are written.
It was necessarily the most different, probably, approach they've ever had. But that's the way we had to do it. It was either that or this record wasn't going to happen.
And I think it's a great record, but it didn't have the chemistry that those early albums did. It had lost that for sure.